𝚵𝚘𝚛𝚔𝚎𝚍 𝚃𝚘𝚗𝚎. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, and peace and salutations to the 𝙵𝚘𝚛𝚔𝚎 pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. I just want to speak on this video that I just came across. It's about giving the jab to kids and how they feel about their first time going through the whole procedure. But I'm more interested in the words that are used, or the formation of the wording from, you'll see it in a minute, the doctor who they're speaking with. So the doctor is speaking with a few kids, and there was just one part of the wording where I said, you know what, I'm gonna bring I'm gonna do a little video on that, because it was a classic case of it, but it's very common among 𝚘𝚘𝚔𝚘𝚗𝚎. It's a very common thing, and yeah, I just wanted to make a little video on that. I just seen this. Look, the guy, the haircut already, you can see that, when you try and focus on that, they're going off of that, like, that's a mad mohawk. And then you've got the name is Egypt. They named their son Egypt, so you already know that the parents are into the whole you already know the whole black diaspora. Yes, black diaspora, but they're into the whole Kemet. They're into Kemet and all that kind of stuff. That's the one. But anyway, I'm gonna play this video. Listen and see if you can hear the snare that I'm talking about. Listen.
To pull up my friends from vaccinated. You know what? It is. And it's so important to play with your friends, right? Parents and your teachers have been doing lots of things to keep you guys safe, and this will make it a little bit safe.
Let me rewind that.
My friends are from vaccinated.
You know what? It is. And it's so important to play with your friends, right? Parents and your teachers have been doing lots of things to keep you guys safe, and this will make it a little bit safer.
I'm excited to play with my friend Dorothy and my other friends at school, because they said when we all get vaccinated, we can have a play date. I think I want to go on vacation.
Go on vacation? Me too. Anywhere special you want to go on vacation?
Back to Atlanta. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's going to be fun to be doing all those fun things again, isn't it?
Why did grown-ups get it first, and how did they get it first?
So the reason is that whenever we have any vaccines or medicines too, we want to make sure first that it works in adults. And then once we know it's safe in adults, then we feel a little more comfortable knowing that it's going to be safe in kids.
Why do we get the vaccine in a shot instead of drinking it?
Part of the reason that we get the vaccine in a shot instead of drinking it is because all those little things in our body that are like our coach, they're in the part of our body that we get through our muscle, as opposed to through our mouth and through drinking it.
Cool.
What do you think about getting the COVID vaccine?
I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And you're excited. I was a little nervous and a little excited when I got my first one too, and I'm really glad I got it. Have you gotten your first dose yet, or are you gonna get it soon?
Right, I'm getting mine on the 15th.
So let me you might have missed it, but I'll go back to the because it's a classic case. Like, basically 𝚘𝚘𝚔𝚎 will lull you into a sense of security, really, but listen to the wording.
Through our mouth and through drinking it.
Listen.
Cool.
What do you think about getting the COVID vaccine?
So the question was, what do you think of getting the COVID vaccine? Now listen to the next question.
I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And you're excited. I was a little nervous and a little excited when I got my first one too, and I'm really glad I got it. Have you gotten your first dose yet, or are you gonna
Hear it? It went from the COVID vaccine to the first dose. They're two completely different things. Completely different things. It went from one animate, adamant, is that a word? Adamant. It went from one thing to plural. Plural without end, plural without, not so much a plural, but in sight, the idea of it. See, it went from the vaccine to have you gotten your first dose yet? Implying that there will be an innumerable amount of doses. Psalms 12 and 2. Psalms 12 and 2 says, they speak vanity, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak. That's a double heart, double mind, basically. A double tongue, forked tongue. They speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak. So the flattering lips first, you know, the tone that she was using. Oh, you know, you're looking forward to going back to Atlanta, and have you got the first one yet? No, are you looking forward to getting the vaccine? And then it went to, have you gotten the first dose yet? Do you understand? See, a lot of people, they will miss that. They'll just gloss over that. But that's a very classic example of basically Esau uses candid speech and irregular timing to disarm the gravity of his words, or their words, Esau, Edom. Do you understand? They use, I'll say it again, they use candid speech in conjunction with irregular timing to disarm the gravity of what they're saying. I'm going to get the next scripture. This is going to be Ephesians. Hold on a second. Slacker brothers. I'm going to go to. I want to get something in Ephesians. There it is. And Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So it's very important in this time to really get learnt on the scriptures and what the men of GMS are teaching, which is the 100% truth. Don't go left or right because there are many Israelite groups out there, and there are many that are leading people astray. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Let's get the definition of wiles. 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 Well, it comes from Wiley. I'll type in Wiley. Wiley. Yeah, that'll be easier. Wiley. Because Wiles comes from Wiley. So let me focus on that. Skilled at gaining an advantage, especially deceitfully. See? Skilled at gaining an advantage, especially deceitfully. Let me quickly go back to what she said. Was this not Wiley?
Excited.
And you're excited. I was a little nervous and a little excited.
Happy nervous.
Listen.
Through our mouth and through drinking.
Listen.
Cool.
What do you think about getting the COVID vaccine?
Duh.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And you're excited. I was a little nervous and a little excited when I got my first one too, and I'm really glad I got it. Have you gotten your first dose yet, or are you gonna get it soon?
Right? I'm getting mine.
See? You already know the answer to that. You already know the answer to that, but the design of the question was to basically let them know that there's going to be more than one. Because you just asked them, are you excited to get the COVID vaccine? And they all said that they were nervous. So if they all said that they were nervous, obviously they haven't gotten it yet. And then your follow-up question was, have you gotten your first dose yet? You basically letting them know that there's going to be more than one. You're just practicing on them as well. These little kids, they don't know what's going on. Next scripture. This is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Yeah, they practice it in the power of their hand. This is a wicked device that they're using in employing this woman to spread a horrible doctrine to these kids, who will then go and tell their friends. She's basically using the kids here as a mouthpiece to the kids back home. Like, they'll go and tell their kids, oh, okay, I got my first dose. So these all the parents and all the rest of it, they don't have to do the job of anything, because these kids aren't gonna say to their friends that I got the jab. They're gonna say I got my first one. That's what all of this is about, going back to their friends and saying that they got their first one. And these GPs are getting rich. These general practitioners and these doctors, they get a lot of incentives for every rolled up sleeve, as they say. I want to get another scripture. So this is Psalm 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, you see the tone of speech that she's using. This is a classic. It's the classic disarming technique. You use the squinty eyes and pull your your head down into your neck, and pull your neck down into its shoulders, kind of thing. Crouch down, basically. Crouch down. So you kind of crouch down. You squint your eyes, and then you strain your voice, kind of. Oh, that's cool. You're going back to Atlanta, but really, she's thinking that, okay, how can I do this and how can I do that? And because that was a very, very wily thing which she just pulled on kids, a very wily thing. And to the unlearned, they won't see that, but I'm telling you, that was a very, very wily thing which she just pulled on 5-year-olds. And really, she's speaking to her parents as well in the background. She ain't gonna have too much problems with the parent. I mean, one of the parents named their kid Egypt, so you already know. But yeah, smoother than butter, oil, drawn swords. I mean, there's not much else to say, but I just wanted to bring that out because that is a classic tactic used by 𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗. It's candid speech, candid meaning straightforward, frank speech, in conjunction with irregular timing. So it's very disarming to the unlearned and the unprepared, really, because it kind of takes you back, so you don't really, you can find yourself just agreeing with them or whatever, because it's very frank, very direct, and the timing is off. Whereas most people, if they want to drop, if they want to say something which has weight, there may be a build-up. But if someone's trying to be wily, they don't want a build-up because a build-up prepares you. So they want to do things where it's like very quick and very, off the cuff. So I just wanted to bring that out, brothers. Hopefully that was edifying to anyone that may see it. Shalom.